Hey guys, this is Backlog Gaming, back with another anime recap of God Eater Episode 2. In this episode, it takes off right where Episode 1 ended. We have the huge origami that is attacking the city. They are fighting it. By they, I mean Lenka, Soma, Lindow, and Sakura. Eric is still injured and over seeking assistance. Now, this particular one, they tend to want to keep their range. It appears that he has a powerful electric shock blast that paralyzes anybody caught in it. Now, Lenka finds out the hard way about this when he goes in for a melee attack or goes closer to basically shoot this individual origami after Sakura tells him, hey, stick with me, because he doesn't want him getting in the way of what's going to happen. So he gets shocked and paralyzed. Basically, he's picked up by Lindow at that point. Now, Lindow is carrying him back to basically retreat, but they end up killing the origami in some fashion. Then it cuts to a particular scene to where you have Lenka, the main character, being wheeled down a corridor, kind of on an emergency bed, and they don't know if he's really going to pull through or not. Really don't know what happened. You don't see the end of the fight that occurred. So at this point, he wakes up and he finds himself actually in a jail cell for breaking orders. They threw him for insubordination, threw him in jail for going out and fighting. Now, when he comes to, he does see Lindow sitting there waiting to talk to him. So once they have a discussion, he's kind of learning that he tells him that, hey, Eric didn't make it. And it's kind of like, well, what happened? Because the last time we saw, Eric was perfectly fine. What ended up happening is that Eric threw himself in the line of an origami that was I'm gonna edit that out. Eric, we come to find out, is dead. Basically what happened is that they thought an origami that was completely dead was not dead, and it throws itself at Lenka when he's paralyzed on a stretcher, and Eric jumps in front of it, takes the blow because Lenka saved him earlier. He threw his life on the line and essentially dies for Lenka. At this point, we have a shift where they go to the mess hall, where they're having dinner, lunch, whatever. And Lindow approaches two girls that are talking at the table, and one of them mentions that Lenka actually attacked an origami with wood, a wooden stick, and beat it. And he kind of laughed because it made him think of somebody else. I don't know who that somebody else is. Maybe it's him. I don't know. But he kind of smiles about it. Over the course of the whole episode, the Russian branch is sending another individual over to help with the origami attacking the city in waves. Now, this individual appears to be female. They don't really show her face until the end. They kind of show her body. They kind of show, her eyes and her smile and stuff like that. But you don't really actually see a clear image of her face until the very, very end of the episode. So she's flying in a plane, and then you have them basically debating, what are we going to do with Lenka? Is he cut off from the program? Are we going to have him anymore? So they pretty much are at turmoil. Now, Tsubaki and another individual is the ones that are making this decision to see what happens with his fate. It comes out that Lindow actually wants him on the squad. Soma, Lindow, and Sakura all want him. But Lindow is waiting for him when he gets out of jail, and they gave him an option. You can either go and help with this mission, or you can stay here. And he's like, I'll prove to you all that I'm worth it. So he steps up and leaves the cell. Where they are heading is the plane that the other God Eater is on their way over from the Russian branch is attacked by a flying origami. So from there, she makes a decision after the jets have been utterly destroyed. I'm going outside. So she starts getting ready to exit the plane to go out there and fight them. And then you also have Lindow and his team, along with Lenka, leaving the facility to go and help dispatch of these origami that are tearing apart the plane that she is on. So my overall impressions of this episode, it was kind of shocking that they killed Eric. I really wasn't expecting that to happen. The fight scene was very well done at the very, very beginning. And how they channel through their military in order to see what actions are going to be taken upon Lenka for making his decisions that he made, essentially, are all really good. I also feel like, again, the music was right on. It's that rock vibe music. Very, very well done. Not overly done, but very, very well done, in my opinion. And from there, I mean, the anime is going to continue. I'm curious to see what this girl can do that is coming from the Russian branch. I'm sure she's going to be something pretty amazing. Apparently, she's a new type, is what they refer to her as. So I really want to see what's going on there. Story-wise, I just don't know where this is going to go. I don't know what I really want to see going forward. Out of it, there's really nothing there that's drawing me to want to hear more either backstory. I mean, there was some flashbacks of how the origami are created, but again, it doesn't really interest me why they're there, you know? I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing as a human race to fight back against them? Like, what are we aiming for? What's our ultimate goal? There seems to be hundreds upon hundreds of these things that I don't foresee, 8 people taking out all these origami. I mean, it's just not plausible. I mean, I don't know if that's where they're going with it or what's going to exactly happen. Hopefully they expand on that in the future. I mean, story is a key component. Right now, the story is kind of missing in this. It just kind of throws you in, and it's like, oh, here you go. There's monsters. There's characters. There's, everything you need to know. And really, we don't know anything. But hopefully it gets better. Hopefully that story comes around. It's developed better, encased better, and fully flushed out. But if it doesn't come through, I mean, it's going to be really hard. I know video game animes tend to not really flesh out much story, and they kind of tend to fall flat on their face. I'm hoping that's not the case with God Eater, but we will find out. Anyways, if you guys like my videos, go ahead and like and comment, subscribe, do whatever. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.